I remember when dreaming big was not the goal. I literally believed that dreaming was just setting goals. When you come from a background of parentification, being the elder daughter, being in survival mode for the first 5 years of your childhood, then you don't dream big. You think more along the lines of trying to survive. You think more along the lines of trying to make sure that you're fed, that you're clothed, that you're safe. And that is what I had to do in the beginning of my childhood as the elder daughter. And dreaming big wasn't something that was available to me because of the fact that I was in survival. And so I didn't dream big. I didn't think big. I didn't imagine big. I didn't daydream big. Only thing I thought of was survival. And so this played out in me being an overthinker. And so my body and my mind never rested. And the more that I was caught up in this space of overthinking and never having a moment to myself, there was nothing that could land. Imagination, daydreams, dreaming big, it would never have landed for me because it wasn't open to me at that time. I began rituals 17 years ago, and I started small because even though I came across it, I stumbled across the information. At that time, I didn't believe it because at that time, I operated from a space where I had to touch it, I had to feel, I had to see in order to believe in a thing. And so I started really small, just praying and talking to God and meditating. And that gave me peace. That helped me to build the foundation of my faith. And in doing so, it helped me to build my imagination because it's hard to daydream in survival. Because honestly, daydreaming is a luxury. If you're only focused on trying to keep a roof over your head, keep yourself fed, keep yourself safe, then you're going to be in survival mode. And this thing helped me, ritual helped me to be able to quiet my mind and my body so that things could land. Because if you're constantly in a state of overthinking, overdoing, just constantly in movement, and your mind never giving you a rest, then it's hard to sit back and daydream about something more. And me starting rituals gave me that safe space. It gave me the practice to help my nervous system to calm so that I could be in daydream. So I can sit back and daydream about something more, something bigger, something brighter, something more for me. And ritual was the beginning of that because this was one of the questions that was asked to me a long time ago. How did I start to dream big? This is how I started. I stumbled in to ritual. I stumbled into a practice. I stumbled into a space where I can calm my nervous system so that I can get the space to dream, to daydream, to have a big imagination. Now I can daydream and I can think about my future 5 years from now. Now I can daydream and I can sense it, I can feel it, I can be a part of the future. But before that, it wasn't even a possibility because my mind and body did not give me rest. And that's what ritual does for you. It helps to calm your nervous system so things can land. Calm your nervous system so you can think. Calm your nervous system so that you can dream again. And that's how I grew my imagination. I grew my imagination through ritual, through calming the nervous system so that the things that I was daydreaming about could land. And this put me in the realm of visualization, where I was able to call things forth. I was able to be in reality. I was able to change my life But I know that if I wouldn't have come across rituals that helped me to calm the nervous system and learn to receive, I would still be stuck in a place of survival. Even even though I was experiencing a different side of life financially, my body was still stuck in the side of things where I was, constantly thinking that something was around the corner, constantly thinking that something's going to happen, constantly just waiting on the shoe to drop because my nervous system was such in disarray for so many years of being in survival, so many years having to, care for myself in a way that a child shouldn't. And so I learned to dream big and call things into me through ritual. I learned to be able to, when I get in that state of calm, then it's easier to daydream about what I want to happen for my life. It's easy for me to see what I want to happen for my life. It's easy for me to call those things in the way that the feminine does. But I learned to dream big when I learned to relax my nervous system and allow things to land so that I could change my reality. That is when I begin to dream big. That is when I begin to see more. That is when I begin to learn more. That is when I begin to take in more. That is when I begin to attract more to me. Learn how to dream big. Figure out what's the block from you seeing more for yourself. Take in and create a ritual that's going to help calm that nervous system so that you can stop overthinking and your mind and body can get rest. And the more that you're in rest, the more that you are in a state of receiving, the more that you will have. And I will see you all on the next one.